Ebutafo mesanso emama kwaba eba Ghanatube so snowy matana tibiom ensem a ekoso ewo Ghana yeman mu bro entintempa no menum enkwan no enja yefufu ninti ebeka kotie ensem ebia ekoso ewo oman mu na meba na ne wo ho no me dia to aso amamo.
Vice President Professor Nana Ghanatube has issued a powerful declaration of war on illegal mining known as Galamsey, revealing that government is drafting a landmark legislation to completely outlaw mining in Ghana's water bodies and forest reserves. Speaking to the Ghanaian community in Belgium during the Global Gateway Forum in Brussels, Professor Ghanatube noted that illegal mining has become a national catastrophe, eroding the very foundation of our existence. She explained that the new law will eliminate existing loopholes that allow mining in protected areas.
We are working towards banning mining in water bodies. We've been mining gold forever. How come all of a sudden all our waters were polluted? The water sources are normally in our reserve portions. And that's the reason why those areas are reserved forests. Now, when you give that to some who can even will it to his family, you all know what I'm talking about. So it becomes a family property. How do you stop that water, that source, from polluting the many rivers, from the source to many areas? A bill is being prepared to reverse what we saw and to ensure that the people are moved out of these areas and properly placed.
Let's confront and get some reaction on this from Aula Sewa. She's Director of Eco-Conscious Ghana. And thank you for joining us this afternoon. So this is one of the things you've been calling for aside the state of emergency. Is this enough to end the menace?
Well, what we would say is that what is required to end the menace is the political will to do so. All we need is the political will. We have sufficient laws in place which we can use, enforce, and we can arrest the environmental terrorists if we want to do so. Yes, there might be instances where you want to strengthen the law, but as we stand now, there is no law which permits mining in water bodies. So if we want to deal with all the environmental terrorists who have diverted our water bodies like the Ancombra, all the sandstorms on our water bodies, we can do so immediately. I believe the head of the EPA has said that if it was given the necessary resources, she could deal with it.
Right.
So let's focus on the catastrophe that we are facing. Let's get all the resources at our disposal and deal with it. As far as I'm concerned, what is really needed is the political will. That is all we need, the political will. We have sufficient laws to deal with the menace.
Well, thank you so much for joining us on the news today as well. Still on illegal mining, there is some relief for residents of the central region as the Konyako water treatment plant has been partially reopened after months of shutdown. The plant was closed on the directive of the Central Regional Minister, Ekopengin Edwamwa Ochre, after Ghana Water Limited reported that intake pumps at the headworks had broken down due to heavy silt accumulation caused by illegal mining activities. Now, let's engage the Central Regional Minister, Ekopengin Edwamwa Ochre, on this. Now, thank you for joining us this afternoon. Tell us, how did this happen? Partial, but really, how did this happen?
Thanks so much, and I want to greet your cherished listeners. Yes, so we brought in some interim measures to ensure that we work towards getting, proper water. And so after the shutdown, we were managing various water bodies that we didn't have for. But then the next week was all still at the where
if you can just reposition yourself so we can hear you clearly.
Hello?
Yes, quite clear in your hello. Please proceed.
Is it better now?
Yes.
Yeah, so I was saying that after we had seen the information process in order to find a makeup solution to the problem, we had to deal with the of the people. While at the contrary, those who are both many affected. By God's grace, even though we question they are telling protect activity, what is routine men, we have to have good from the one, and that be able, get quality of the which would then be very people. And so 2 weeks ago, they made an attempt of treating, and they got them caught up, which is what they are having a temporary measure of production. As I speak with you, if you came to Petro, Cotton, and the Enclave, they are all having pipe-on water.
Are you going to repeat the same process to at least get finality to the Konyako water treatment?
As long as technical indicators show that is feasible, we will do that. But what we are saying is that in order not to, waste the little water we have, we need to manage the water we are receiving now. Those who are using it for irrigation and other purposes may have to do as a favor by stop it. As we've said, it's an interim measure. An interim measure, there are things that we are considering in order to get the full stream of production. We thank God. We want to thank God. I think I should thank God as a regional minister to give us the big 2 rains which clear the debris up. And I think that if that continues and we do the routine maintenance, we will find a headway. In fact, what has delayed the routine maintenance, which includes the system, is the fact that we have only one equipment, one machine that does that. And as we speak to you, it's far away in the north. Until that work up there is done, we are unable to do that. And so
and that machine is being used for the same purpose in the north?
A similar purpose, I don't know, but it was also doing dispersion up north.
Right, so at the moment, one of your biggest prayers and wishes to have rain?
Yeah, so the success we are talking, maybe 60% from the rain. And then remember that they had to clear them. They had to clear the Ghanatube from the side because they have brought the water. So once they are not there, we needed rain to clear what they had done already. And by God is reporting that. And then if you also look at the levels of water, the water level has gone up to the extent that, drawing raw material, raw water will not be affected by the mud beneath.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining us on the news today.
I was here for Akaba, Madam Samoje Bre, Equity in Sema, Ecoso, Ewo, or my Ghanimu. For our comments, comment section. Now making a subscribe, hit on the notification bell, so and then first time I'll show me and a magic bread. Never suffer saying in 78 now when you're in pass. So, Modafo, Snowy, and at midday and Samuel Ebremo. This year, the Elsia for my crowd.